Hey everyone, today I'll be talking about the HP Envy X360 2020. It is a relatively new entry in the company's lineup of 2-in-1 Ultrabooks and features Intel's latest 11th Gen processors or AMD's Renoir CPUs depending on make and model. Lately I've been getting a lot of queries regarding Ultrabooks and thus I got the HP Envy X360 in for review, and in this video I'm going to talk all about it, including the things that I like and dislike about this device. But let's discuss the pricing first. Our review unit is powered by the Intel Core i7-1165G7 CPU and has 8GB of DDR4 RAM and 512GB of M.2 NVMe SSD. Similarly, the HP Envy X360 is also available in two screen sizes, 13.3 inches and 15.6 inches, and the one that I have with me right now is the smaller 13-inch variant. For all this, HP is asking for $850 in the US, while the same variant costs Rs 1,45,000 in Nepal. Okay, kicking things off with the design, well, this one is a pretty well-built laptop. The entire thing is made of aluminium except for the trackpad, which is plastic. The 360 hinge seems pretty durable too. About the looks, well, it is sharp and minimalistic, and it has a matte finish and therefore ends up looking quite classy. Okay, more on the build quality, I also love how lightweight it is. At just 1.3 kgs, this laptop feels almost non-existent when you're carrying it in your backpack. Even the power adapter that comes along is rather small, so carrying both for daily commute is not a problem at all. Down below, you have two speakers tuned by Bang & Olufsen. The audio quality is quite balanced, although it does not get as loud. You can also play around with different presets and equalizer under the B&O audio control app. Right below the screen, you can see the two exhaust vents, among which the left one is sealed and does not work. I guess it's only there so that the design does not look asymmetrical. At the back, there's the air intake vent and two horizontal rubber feet to keep the device firm on a flat surface. On the connectivity front, the Envy X360's port selection is quite impressive for an Ultrabook. The left frame houses one mic/headphone jack combo, one USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A which supports HP Sleep and Charge support, and one USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type C port. Similarly, the right side enjoys an AC Smart Pin, an additional USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A, and a micro SD card reader. Interestingly, this USB-C port also supports USB power delivery among other standards like Thunderbolt 4, DP 1.4, and HP Sleep and Charge. So if you've got a 65 or 90 watt power adapter, you can charge up this laptop. Anyway, let's talk about the display now. It's a 13.3 inches WLED backlit screen with a multi-touch support. The display is also protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass NBT for added durability. Similarly, this display boasts 1000 nits brightness and covers 100% sRGB color space. But since it's a glossy panel, it's a bit reflective, so using it in a room with one or more light sources directly shining will be an irritating experience. The Envy X360 also implements HP's SureView Privacy Screen Filter panel. This dramatically minimizes the viewing angles to keep your sensitive information from prying eyes. You can turn it on with the F1 key, which dials down the screen backlight and then does its thing. But even with the SureView turned off, the viewing angles is not that great. So unless you're sitting straight up, the screen brightness and saturation see a considerable dip. Now talking about the brightness, this Ultrabook gets plenty bright and it's easily visible even when you're outdoors. However, when I use it in a pitch dark room, I wish the minimum brightness would go even lower. Envy X360's color reproduction is equally amazing. Our unit came with an excellent color calibration and we even used it in a couple of video editing projects. Moreover, you can also turn the hinge to share the display with others or all the way down to 360-degree for a full-on tablet-like experience. The touch response is excellent and I had a great time using the touchscreen, especially when playing a few games like Asphalt 9. Okay, as for the keyboard, you get a chiclet-style full-size keyboard with a pale gold accent. And from my experience, it gives a good typing experience and does not rattle much. The key travel is decent too, and it's really easy getting used to them. As expected, they're also backlit with single color and you can switch from two levels of illumination levels. Even the lowest level of the backlight is enough to have the keys' visibility enhanced. And since it's a privacy-focused laptop, there's a dedicated LED indicator for volume, microphone, and camera keys. For security purposes, this keyboard has a biometric fingerprint reader embedded with Windows Hello Certified, and it reads your fingerprint quite fast and with great accuracy as well. Moving on, this plastic trackpad is fine, but it certainly does not compete against the likes of the MacBook Pro or the XPS 13. It supports Synaptic Precision Touchpad Driver, and the multi-finger gesture works perfectly fine. Additionally, the integrated left and right keys are decent as well, but they do feel a little bit plasticky. Okay, so the HP Envy X360's webcam is nothing extra. As you can see, it is a standard 720p HD camera and does not feature IR sensors for Windows Hello login. Although it suffices for your regular meetings and stuff, the quality I would say is just average. Alright, let's talk about the performance now, and as I mentioned earlier, my unit of the HP Envy X360 comes with Intel's Tiger Lake Core i7 1165G7 CPU with 8GB of DDR4 RAM and 512GB of PCIe SSD. With this setup, getting my everyday task is a breeze on this machine. I am someone who needs to do a lot of writing, making presentations and stuff, so for that, this laptop works like a champ. During normal usage, the Envy X360 shows no sign of stress or heating even with 10 to 12 tabs running on Google Chrome with light photo editing and Word documents running in the background. On the graphics front, the HP Envy X360 does not have a dedicated GPU, but its integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics, which we all know by now, is pretty impressive. So I also did some video editing on this laptop and it performed surprisingly well. I was expecting it to heat up quite bad or show some distress while doing so, but that was not the case at all. The laptop would heat up near the keyboard area with some fan noise after an hour or so, especially on the right side of the keyboard. I also tried a little bit of gaming on this laptop with titles like Valorant. Under high settings with VSync turned on, I was able to get a stable 40 to 50 FPS. Now, turning off VSync and other settings like sharpening and distortion gets you to 65 to 85 FPS. However, you will suffer from FPS fluctuation when you're gaming every now and then. So yeah, this is not an ideal machine for gaming. To further optimize the performance, you can switch between different performance profiles under the HP Command Center or dedicated function keys. Besides this, there are no other settings like fan speed control. There's also this nifty little setting called focus mode. What it does is dim the backlight of the screen space that's not on focus, therefore letting you stay focused on your main task. Another thing that I like about the HP Envy X360 is its battery life. Although its 51 watt-hour battery does not sound like much, but I was really impressed with its endurance. It provided me with like 8 to 9 hours of battery while doing normal tasks such as using Chrome, making presentations and the like. All in all, the HP Envy X360 is a great 2-in-1 laptop on a budget and will get you through your everyday tasks quite easily. It is light, it is portable, and also powerful enough, therefore making it an optimal choice for office-going professionals or students. Having said that, the Envy X360 does have a few shortcomings of its own. For instance, the privacy screen filter-laden display compromises on the viewing angles. Plus, I kind of wish the trackpad was a little better as well. Furthermore, since this laptop is also targeting business professionals, HP could have included a better webcam too. So that was all for our review of the HP Envy X360 2020. I think it is a good enough ultrabook on a budget. What are your thoughts on it? Do let me know in the comments below. Till then, I'm Pratima Adhikari and I'll see you in the next video.